Yeah.
Can I just ask, how was your involvement with the Czech, with the
Czech,
armaments?
originally, I got involved with Maxwell. Robert Maxwell came to me since he was from my area.
You were born in Czech.
I was born in Czechoslovakia.
In which
He
city?
came to England. You have to look him up, and the story about him is unbelievable.
Which city in Czech did you come from?
From Uzhhorod, Uzhorod, and today is Ukraine. Okay, so in 1938, when the Germans took over, that area became Hungary. Okay, they took part of Czechoslovakia, took part of Romania, and that was the whole large Hungary at that time. And in 1944, when the Russians came in, okay, that's when the Hungarians finished, and now the Russians gave it to the Ukrainians, okay? So now Ukraine and this whole area is very, very depressed, I have to say. I go back there almost every year because I have two brothers in the cemetery, and I have a grandmother in a cemetery. You know, unfortunately, my parents are in Auschwitz. Okay, but basically, I go back there very often, at least sometimes twice a year, but once a year always for sure. Okay, so basically from there, I never even bothered going back. I went back much, much later. Okay. So originally, I came back to Prague. And from Prague, I got involved because who I was, and I had that piece of paper from the KGB. I took 36 kids to Israel. So I was already in Israel in 1946 on the ship Chayal Ivri. If you'll go into the thing, you'll see 742 survivors got on the ship for 17 days, okay? It's a very, very important part they should see.
That's incredible.
By 1947, I was already in the army. Somebody tapped my shoulder. Bluffer, I need you, and that's all. That's how it starts the whole thing. So, matter of fact, everything is also on JBS.
Okay.
On jbstv.org. You can also see that, and I think it's also part of the YouTube already. Okay, so it's right in there.
And before, you were in the camps in...
Yeah, I was in Auschwitz, you know, and I have a number. Here's my number, A9297. Everybody knows that number, you know. Matter of fact, Rabbi Birnbaum was very surprised when he saw the first night when I showed him the number, okay?
A92...
A9297.
Where was that?
Okay.
Was this from Auschwitz, the number?
Yeah.
Wow.
How long in Auschwitz?
Very, very fortunately, only 10 to 12 days. That's the first thing got out of there.
Where did you go from there?
22 kilometers to a place called Yabozhnos. Not far away, but it's a place where they work, and that's where I survived, okay?
What kind of work did they have you doing?
Until January 1945. That's when you go out to...
What did they have you, what were you doing there? What kind of work?
If you know, by now, languages are my specialty. I come out the first day, who speaks German? I speak German, so I became a telephone for the SS, okay?
Wow.
That's what survived.
That's how you survived.
Yeah.
You got a little extra food that way, a little extra stuff. But what were they making everybody else do? Was it like one of these terrible...
I had 3 potatoes every day, can you imagine?
That's riches. And what was everybody else doing?
I even had somebody peeling my potatoes every day, a different boy.
Who got the peels? Give them away.
Every day somebody else, okay?
And what did they have all the inmates doing there? What kind of work was the camp about?
They were building an ammunition factory, and there were also Siemens, the phone company, was there also. Tremendous. You can imagine 2,500 people worked over there, and 2,500 people worked in the coal mines.
Those are horrible. Those were terrible, right?
That's how my brother survived, because for him it was too cold.
So you worked in the coal mine?
I only worked with Glassman. I was the telephone kid, okay?
So knowing the languages saved your life?
Huh?
Knowing languages saved your life?
Languages really, from the very early life, I realized that it's very important, okay? In 1938, 10 years old, I speak 4 languages already. Yiddish, Czech, German, and Hungarian. I come to Poland, I learned Polish, Russian, After the war, I learned Italian and Spanish.
And you can pick it up very easily. You can pick it up.
Czechoslovakia and
Unbelievable.
Jesus, I spoke 10 languages.
You got to be very careful.
Wow.
You got to be very, very careful. You have to open once and twice.
What's the difference?
And
Only
3
because
times.
he's doing it.
And 4 times.
And Eugene, how did you manage to get the armaments from the plane
The artist
parts?
was Maxwell. He's the one. I was only the interpreter, okay? I was only the guy that told them how to assemble because it was in Czech, okay?
And no one could understand Czech.
Nobody. I mean, there was other people, you know.
Yeah.
But since I knew certain people, says, come on, Czech. They called me the Czech boy, okay? A Czech in Tapo, in Hebrew.
L'chaim. Wow.
Wow. Gonna bring me some grape juice, but so far I haven't.
You want grape juice?
Yeah. Thank you.
And Eugene, were you like instrumental in getting the armaments, getting the plane parts?
The instrumental was really Maxwell. Maxwell gets the full credit. He's the one that befriended the interior minister in England, in London, in jail.
Wow.
Imagine Robert Maxwell comes into England and they put him to jail because he's a communist. The other guy also was a socialist, okay?
Wow.
So here they are in jail. Then one of the ladies whose husband died in the war comes in and marries Robert Maxwell, okay? And that's how he got out of jail. That's how he helped everybody else. And after the war, he said to me, hello, you owe me some money. You don't have any money, so give me some stuff that you can, you know. So that's how it started. Robert Maxwell was very, very much involved in the Israeli Mossad.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he's buried here.
He's buried in Har HaZeitim. And he was the one that got the parts.
The one
When was all the boycott, he managed to get the airplane parts.
parts and then they put it on. Matter of fact, the ship that came in 1948, my brother was on the ship, Eliezer.
Wow.
I'll show you. I think I showed you a picture of the three.
I think
of us.
so. I think so. Yeah.
So it's right there. It's on a thing. Everybody has it. Okay? But it's interesting that how things happen and why things happen. Till today, since I met you, God knows how many different places I've been. Okay, but
amazing.
coming to meet you was also very unusual because here I see a group of guys, a club,
It was a South African club.
okay, South African club, with the
HOD. Yeah. Wow.
very interesting, very interesting. And then the whole thing, you know, everybody there was very, very special. That's all. That's all.
Eugene,
that's all.
thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Moedim L'Simcha, and thanks a million.
Anytime.
Thank you.